Everybody, today I'm going to be reviewing a game called 13 Dead End Drive. This game came out in 1992 and it is for 2 to 4 players. 13 Dead End Drive is a mystery game. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. The object of this game is that you are trying to get out of a mansion with your aunt's will, or you're trying to be on a team that has enough surviving members to where you will win because you are the last team standing. This game is a pretty little fun game. It has a lot of bluffing going on and a lot of movement going around, and of course traps to where you can kill your opponents off, which is a big part of this game. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you how this game works. Check it out. Okay, everybody, welcome to the mansion. I'm going to go ahead and show you the components really quick. As you can tell, this is a really nice board. It's a 3D board. This thing takes about 10 minutes to set up. You have a lot of these things that you have to put together, but if you know what you're doing, it'll take less time. Anyway, you've got these different things here called traps. You've got one here, the fireplace, the chandelier, the bookcase, and then the statue over here. And you're going to be using these to kill off of these different characters. And speaking of the characters, here they are. You have quite a few characters over here. Some of these characters are going to be on your team, and those are the characters that you're going to be trying to get out with the will. These here, of course, are your dice. This is the detective. If the detective ends up reaching the door over here and one of your characters has the will, you're going to win the game. But there's a couple other ways you can win the game too. These here are the portrait cards. These are going to go up over here, and throughout the game these cards are going to change, but ultimately what you're going to be trying to do is you're hoping that one of these cards are going to be the card that represents somebody on your team, and if that's the case, you're going to try to get out of this door over here. So I'm going to go ahead and place these right here. These are the character cards. Depending on how many people that are playing, you're going to pass out a certain amount of these cards, and I'm going to go ahead and do that here in just a minute. And then these here are cards that you're going to be picking up throughout the game anytime you place a character here on one of these trap spaces. And they say things like chandelier stairs, the detective, and the bookcase. And basically what these cards are going to do is it's going to activate these different traps. And if you can either hold on to these cards or use them the second you draw them. So for a 3-player game, each person is going to be receiving 3 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and pass these cards out and put the rest off to the side. And I'll hold these, and this will be my hand. I have the maid, the chauffeur, and the butler. And all of them, of course, are going to be citied over here. And then my opponent has the fortune teller, the hairstylist, and the doctor. If my opponent is able to get one of these guys out of the mansion, and with the will, meaning that their character card is going to be over here, they're going to be able to win the game. Same with me. You can also win the game if every other person's character cards get knocked off and you're the only person left that has a character card in their hand. What you're going to do is you're going to roll these 2 dice, and I'm going to go ahead and roll them. Now, the first thing that happens is you're going to have to get all of these characters out of these chairs over here, and you can move any character that you want to. It doesn't have to be anybody that's in your hand over here. So let's just say I roll a 3 and a 4. I will be able to go ahead and move one character 3 and one character 4. Now, I'm not going to be able to move through the walls, and I'm also not going to be able to double back on my turn. And if there's somebody that's in my way, I'm not going to be able to jump over them. So just for the sake of argument, I'm going to go ahead and move the cat 3. And if I look at my card, I have the chauffeur over here. So I figure I'm going to try to just move the chauffeur here towards the door just to hopefully set up a way of escape. Now, I forgot, Aunt Agatha here is the person that passed away, so she's not actually in the game. So you're just going to place this card down here, and anytime a character dies, their card is going to be placed over here. So right now the maid is showing, and I actually have the maid. So if I'm able to get the maid out of here right now, I will be able to win the game. Now, if I ended up rolling doubles, I have a couple of choices. I can either move one character, in this case 6 spaces, or I can just do like I would normally do and just move 2 characters 3 spaces. So let's just say that it is this player's turn. They decide to move the fortune teller 6. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it goes on. Now, if you roll doubles, you will have the option of changing out this card. And this player does not have the maid, so it would probably be in their best interest to go ahead and change the card out and hopefully get one of these cards showing up. So they say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and change out the card. Place it in the back, and the boyfriend is now there. Now the boyfriend, nobody has the boyfriend, so in this case they're probably going to try to see if they can kill him off. So anyway, let me go ahead and talk about the traps here. These skulls here represent the trap areas over here. And let's just say that I had the boyfriend over here, and I ended up moving him to this spot. It was my turn. What will happen is I'm going to draw a card, I'm going to look at it. In this case, it says the detective. If you get a detective card, you're going to go ahead and move the detective one space over. So let's just say on another turn, I ended up drawing a wild card. Now, the wild card has the chandelier, the statue, the fireplace, the bookcase, and the stairs. So with this card, I can activate this trap. So let's just say I decide I'm going to go ahead and play this card. So I'll play this card, and then the boyfriend will go up on the staircase over here, and then you'll activate the trap by knocking over like that. Yay, he's fun, but yet he is dead. So that's kind of how you activate the trap. And then in this case, the boyfriend will be dead, and you'll put the card down here. Now, throughout the game, you're going to probably be killing people off before you actually reach their portrait card. If you end up reaching their portrait card and they're already dead, you'll just simply discard the card over here. So let's say I went ahead and rolled a 3 and a 4. Now, I'm not going to be able to move any of these other characters until all of these characters are out. So let's just say I go ahead and move this guy 3, and I go ahead and move them 4. Now I'm going to go ahead and just take all the characters off of here just so I can continue to show you how this game works. Okay, so let's just go ahead and say it's my turn. I got the butler, the maid, and the chauffeur. And I go ahead and I roll, and I get 2 5s. So now once again I can go ahead and change this card out. Since I don't have the cat in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and pull this, and I end up with the gardener. Now again, I don't have the gardener, but I figured my opponent might have the gardener. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to see if I can kill the gardener off. So I'll go ahead and move the gardener out of the way. I'll just say I'm going to go double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trying to get the gardener over here to the chandelier. So let's say my opponent's turn. My opponent goes ahead and moves. She rolls 3 3s. So again, I'm going to get to change out the portrait card. So I decided to do that. And now I have the doctor. And I actually have the doctor here in this person's hand. So the doctor is over here. So the doctor is all the way over here, but she's near a trap, so she's probably going to want to move. And speaking of moving, there's these trap doors over here. If you reach a trap door, you're going to actually be able to warp your way over to another one of these doors. So let's just say I'm going to go ahead and try to move this person towards the door. 3, 4, 5, 6. And basically, the game is going to keep on going on like this until somebody, let's just say it was the doctor, ends up rolling and is able to roll their way out, and the game will be over because this person has the doctor and the doctor pawn out and the doctor card in their hand. Now the game will also end if the detective reaches the game over spot, as I said, and in this case the doctor will have the will, and again I'll end up winning because I have the doctor card. Or if I ended up killing everybody off, or everybody died off, and I ended up having the only card left, then the game again would end. Just for the fun of it, I'm going to just show you a couple of these traps here. Here's the chandelier. There you go. And then, of course, the fireplace. I really like the fireplace. It just kind of makes me want to go like, ah! Here's the staircase over here. Ah! And I actually just glued this piece, so I'm just going to go ahead and just pretend I just knocked them off. There you go. And anyway, this game is pretty fun. The only thing is it takes a while to set this game up because there's so many pieces and parts. But once you get it set up, if you have like a few friends over, it's a pretty fun little game. It's fun killing off all the people and just trying to get Will out. There's some bluffing that goes on, and it's a pretty cool little game. If you find it, I would definitely get it. This is an old little classic. Anyway, that's my review. Please feel free to subscribe or check out some of my other videos. You all have a great day.